Can starting fluid cause damage to the engine? The answer is yes, absolutely. A starting fluid can cause damage to the engine because of the explosive nature of the starting fluid. You are welcome to my channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do right now. Press the subscription button and press the bell so that you'll be notified each time I drop a video. Now let's go down to the detail. A starting fluid will cause damage to the engine because of the substance, especially if the starting fluid contains ether. Ether is a substance that is very explosive in nature and is used in most starting fluid. Although I'll talk later about other starting fluid that is very mild, not as hot or harsh. Now let's talk about two reasons why starting fluid can cause damage to the engine. The first one is that a starting fluid causes too early ignition, and the engine, and that is very dangerous for the engine. It makes the ignition to happen at very early period, so that is very dangerous for the engine. And the second reason why starting fluid is not too good for the engine is that it washes away the lubricant from the cylinder wall, from the piston rings, and from the piston itself. So at that early stage, it encourages friction until the engine runs for some time, when the oil pump can pump oil and lubricate those components again. So for those two reasons, the starting fluid is bad for your engine. But starting fluid is not bad when you use it occasionally. But when you're constantly using starting fluid, then you need to be careful because it can cause harm to your engine. There's some starting fluid that are not with ether. No, there are starting fluid. Modern starting fluid are made with isobutane, propane, and alcohol. These substances are not harsh like ether. Because of that, many have decided to be using those substances in replace of ether that is very explosive in nature. Though these substances too still can cause little damage to your engine, but not as ether. You can use starting fluid during the cold starting or when you are trying to troubleshoot. During the cold starting, sometimes the engine may have a kind of hard starting, and because of that, you may try to use starting fluid to aid the starting, to help the starting in nature. But sometimes, when you are trying to troubleshoot, personally, I use it when I'm trying to troubleshoot the cause of the problem. If I use starting fluid and then you pick up in diesel engine, I simply know that the cause is that possibly the injection pump is dead. And sometimes when you lack compression, using starting fluid can also cause the engine to start. So I use starting fluid majorly when I'm troubleshooting. And when it is cold start too, instead of it to be starting frequently because it can cause harm to your kickstarter and your starting equipment, then you can use starting fluid. But when you are using starting fluid to start your engine every day by day, then there is danger there. So why starting fluid is so much dangerous for the engine? Because of it is explosive in nature. The substance used to make it very explosive in nature, and it causes damage to engine component. And also, why applying starting fluid? If you are not careful, it can also cause dizziness to you. No, you apply it through the engine intake, the manifold. As you are trying to inject it to the engine manifold, sometimes if you are not careful, it can also cause dizziness even to you. So when can you use starting fluid? It can be used in cold weather. It can be used when you are trying to troubleshoot, and it can also be used when the engine is hard to start. These are the occasions in which you can use a starting fluid. And what happens when you are using starting fluid? You need to be careful so that, because it can cause fire outbreaks. Don't forget, it can cause fire outbreak. So when you're using starting fluid, you must be careful. I have seen instances where starting fluid causes fire outbreak because it's an explosive substance. So you need to be careful. Take things that can ignite the flight, and don't use it excessively. Excessively, you can cause fire outbreak. Thank you for listening to me. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget, using frequently starting fluid can cause danger to your engine. See you in my next video, Mr. Engine.